Damos paso ahora al bloque de la ciberseguridad, un eje central y nuestro mejor aliado para una implementación responsable y ética de la inteligencia artificial. No sé si sabíais, pero Microsoft, en el ámbito de ciberseguridad, es ya la empresa más grande con diferencia de cualquier otro competidor en todo el mundo. Y también, además, somos la empresa que más invierte en investigación y desarrollo en el ámbito de ciberseguridad. De hecho, invertimos más que la suma de todas las inversiones de todo el resto del ecosistema. Así que, con este mensaje, me gustaría dar la bienvenida a Vasu, Jakkal, que es la máxima responsable de ciberseguridad dentro de Microsoft Corporation. Vasu, welcome to Spain.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here with you all. It's wonderful to be in Spain. I have been deeply inspired and touched by just the human spirit that has been at Spain and all the people that I've met over the last 2 years. There's definitely this positive energy and this opportunity that can be seen all around. Brad Smith kicked off our day today talking about this incredible potential of AI. I believe AI has the ability to elevate the human potential in all of us. It has the ability to create opportunities for all, to build a better world, a more equitable world, to lift everyone up. But for that, it needs to be done safely and securely. I also believe that one of the best use cases of AI is going to be security. Today, we are going to discuss why is that, what is the opportunity we all have, and what must we do? And we don't have to look too far to see why AI will make a profound difference in security. Look at all the headlines around us. There was a time when security was a nation-state threat game. It was about cyber espionage. It was about government to government, but no longer. In addition to that, ransomware as a gig economy has escalated. Brad shared some stats this morning. 16% of the crime in Spain is related to cybercrime. 400,000 ransomware attacks. That's pretty significant. Whether it's critical infrastructure or it's the small and medium business in your neighborhood, everyone is vulnerable to attacks. And we must come together to solve that. Here are some statistics from the global data that Microsoft tracks, as well as statistics from partners that we work with. Today, identity has become the battleground of security. When I joined Microsoft 3.5 years back, we were seeing 567 password-related attacks per second. Today, we're seeing 4,000 password attacks per second. Per second. We've seen a 10x increase in identity attacks in 1 year over the same time frame to 30 billion attacks. Microsoft tracks threat actors, and we're seeing the scale of this increase rapidly. From last year, when we were tracking 200 unique nation-state and financial crime actors, we're now at 300 plus. We're tracking 125 plus ransomware groups and affiliates. The odds are not in the favor of defenders. And as if the speed and the scale and the sophistication of cyber attacks was not enough, we have a massive talent shortage in security. 4 million jobs globally that are unfulfilled. And with AI and the opportunity it provides, it also comes with concerns 1 out of 3 business decision makers are worried about the data loss due to AI. We always have believed that security is a team sport. We need to come together, private sector, public sector, to solve this. We all have to do our part towards this, to elevate that human potential. And this is what Microsoft is doing as part of moving forward with cybersecurity. Today, Microsoft is the #1 security organization and leader in the world. And our approach to security is anchored in 4 pillars. The first starts with threat intelligence. Second is around end-to-end comprehensive security, protecting you all around. And then the third and the fourth are related to AI. These come together to form this flywheel of innovation, to get better and better at defense. When we have visibility into what's happening in the world of threats, the who and the how, that can then fuel the technologies that we provide. That creates a flywheel of innovation, which further helps in detecting more threat attacks. AI is accelerating this flywheel and making it safer for us to use our products and technologies, which then helps us catch more threats, and on and on. So let's look at all of these in more detail, starting with threat intelligence and data, because it all really starts there. We cannot protect what we cannot see. That's why threat intelligence matters. And it's not enough just to know the what. There's a very technical term in security. It's called TTPs, or tactics, techniques, and procedures. It tells you what a threat actor is up to and doing. That's the what. But for complete threat intelligence, you also need to know the who, who's behind these attacks, because it helps you with the motivations, and then the how. How are they going to go forward? Microsoft has incredible intelligence. We track 65 trillion signals every single day, and we process these signals every single day to make sure we have fresh threat intelligence. And not only that, we then couple that together with human intelligence that we get by tracking 300+ unique threat actors. In addition to that, it's an absolute privilege and honor to protect and serve 1 million customers worldwide. And we work together with our customers and our incredible partners. We are partnering with 15,000 organizations around the world to further these insights. Remember, security is a team sport. So we come together to have the best threat intelligence so we can protect you. Now, this threat intelligence goes into the second pillar of our approach, end-to-end protection. So let's look at that for a bit, and why does that matter? There was a point in time when we thought of security as very fragmented. We protected a device, a identity, maybe cloud, on-prem. And that might have worked at that time because the world was a different place. Today, the world is a brand new place. Remember that threat landscape. That's what we are up against. So we have to think about security from every angle. In this age of AI, where we will be using technology in ways that we've never imagined before, comprehensive protection is going to be key. You have to think of your devices connected to your identities, connected to your cloud, to your infrastructure, to your app, to your code, all across. Multi-platform, multi-cloud. Because if we don't do that, it's like locking our house and our door with 7 locks and leaving the window wide open for someone to jump in. I'm sure you can relate to that that's not great security. That end-to-end is at the heart of Microsoft's security portfolio. Today, we integrate 50+ categories, and we bring it to life in 6 product families, which protect you comprehensively. From external attacks, our threat protection solution, extended detection and response, coupled with our security, information and events management, our SecOps tool. And they then complement our data security, governance, privacy, compliance tools, which then complement our identity and access solutions. Integrating these 50 categories, our 6 product lines, Defender, Sentinel, Purview, Priva, Intune, and Entra, form this flywheel of protection for you. And we have been investing heavily. We are multi-platform and multi-cloud, and I'm so proud about that, because you cannot protect yourself comprehensively if you don't have multi-platform and multi-cloud solutions. We have made a commitment to invest $20 billion in security, because security absolutely is the defining challenge of our era. And if we don't invest in security, and if we don't build the foundations, we cannot leverage the incredible technology that we all want to do today. That is comprehensive protection. Now, what makes all of this better? Remember, I said that use case of AI, which is so powerful. It's going to accelerate things faster and faster for us. And it needs to be done in a responsible and secure way with privacy at the heart of it. We are leveraging AI to help security. Our Copilot for Security product, which you'll see in a moment, is the culmination of 2 things. We're bringing all this end-to-end protection and accelerating that with generative AI, grounded, that means built on this intelligence of these 65 trillion signals. That creates a force multiplier. That is Copilot for Security. And there are 2 things I want to share in particular about this product. One is how is it built, because that's going to be helpful to understand why it's different than anything out there, and secondly, what it actually does. So let's start with the how. What we did for Copilot for Security, which was announced last March, was we took the OpenAI ChatGPT-4 models, and we'll have the latest generative AI models, and then we built a Microsoft security-specific model. Now, this is important because to train AI to do security, you need to provide it with security data, with security skills. We used our threat intelligence, and we taught Copilot how to do security and how to look across this vast amounts of security data to find signals and paths that we probably cannot scale to find. We trained it on things like threat investigation, on things like reverse engineering in code, to do summarization for security incidents. Security is a complex thing, and we have to simplify that. So we taught Copilot for Security how to simplify security using all of this incredible, incredible security knowledge. And what it does is it answers questions and acts as your co-pilot, your ally, your assistant for security. You can ask Copilot for Security anything about security. You can ask it about threats you want to investigate, or that ransomware that just happened and whether that impacts you. You can ask it to summarize reports and stitch together data. You can ask it to reverse engineer code. And you can ask it for next steps. It gives you guided response, and it helps you take that very next step that sometimes we may have a challenge on. What I'm really excited, more than anything, is that Copilot for Security is going to help us do better protection. It's going to protect our organizations at machine speed and scale. In the age of AI, you need a tool which is going to protect you at the speed of AI and at the scale of AI. And that's what this incredible tool can do. But it gets even better. Something I'm deeply, deeply passionate about is our talent. Security has been a hard place for talent to come and really train. What Copilot for Security is going to do is going to reduce the barriers for entry into security. Gosh, can you imagine how wonderful that will be? That anyone can be a defender now? No matter who you are, no matter where you are in the world. You can learn security with Copilot for Security. In fact, we did a recent study where we took 150 people who are new to security, and we gave them Copilot for Security. And what we found was they were 44% more accurate. Remember, these people have never done security before. They were 44% more accurate than the group that did not have Copilot. They were 26% faster, but most remarkably, 90% of them loved the tool. How many times have we used a security tool and got joy out of it and felt, oh my God, this is like amazing? Can you imagine? These people felt that way. And not only for young in career talent, but we also have great results from Copilot for Security for really experienced analysts and security practitioners. The talent that we need to help, that we need to nurture, that we need to protect because they're burnt out. And we got similar productivity, we got similar joy when they use Copilot for Security. So for the first time, perhaps, we have a tool which is going to protect us incredibly well, and it is going to help us with our talent. I think that's pretty magical. And we are going to integrate Copilot for Security in every single tool we have. Remember, I talked about those 6 product families earlier. We are going to integrate Copilot, so you're going to have an embedded experience of Copilot with every single product we offer, and we also have a standalone if you want. That is what's going to create this network effect. That's what's going to help us have a Copilot, an ally, in every single place we need it to be in security. And along with security or security operations skills where we started, we are also now adding identity skills, data security skills, device management skills to Security Copilot, because remember, ultimately, security is about that comprehensive nature. We have to think about inside-out threats. We have to think about insider risk as much as we think about outsider risk. We have to think about policies and identities as much as we think about security events. And so that is really the vision behind Security Copilot, to give every single defender the superpowers that they need to enhance the superpowers that they already have. And while we do all of this, and while we build security and we use AI across the board, we have to do it responsibly. Throughout the event today, and Carolina said it beautifully, responsible AI. I was walking across the event, and the experience are all, and the talks are all around responsible and secure AI. We have 6 principles. Brad talked about it earlier. We started this journey many, many years back, and we put out this framework of 6 principles. And it's not just security and safety which are at the core of it. Privacy is at the heart of it. Reliability is at the heart of it. Accountability, fairness, inclusion. Because ultimately, technology is here to empower human ingenuity. But what makes us human, and what is essential to us operating together, is trust. That is what responsible AI is about, is building trust in the very technology we use to work, to play, to live. And all these principles are important for us to build great AI. But we're not stopping there. Along with all of the responsible AI work we're doing, and we're doing a lot of work in Spain with our responsible AI centers that we announced, where we will be sharing best practices on how you can do this, and we're going to train people on the best way to use AI for productivity, for security, and more. And while we do that, we have the Secure Future initiative that we launched in November. The reason for this is to meet that threat landscape, we have to make sure that every application, every data center, every line of code that we build is secure. It's built in. The Secure Future initiative has 3 aspects to it, 3 pillars. The first one is around just software development. Decades back, we had announced a very similar initiative called Trustworthy Computing. This builds on that, and it expands that software development cycle to meet the age of AI. In addition to that, we are going to advance identity, because identity continues to be the battleground of security. In addition to things like multi-factor authentication, we are looking at how do we strengthen identity foundations. And lastly, working with the ecosystem on how do we tackle vulnerabilities together. How do we make sure that we find them faster, that we address them from the very beginning, and that we respond to them really quickly. That's the Secure Future initiative. Coming here, home in Spain, I'm super inspired to see the European Union AI Act. These are the kind of regulations which are going to help us. They're going to help us use AI responsibly. They're going to help us develop AI responsibly. And what is really interesting and inspiring about this act is that risk-based assessment for regulations. We are proud to lead the way and to role model, starting with Copilot for Security, which is based on the very principles that this AI Act is talking about and is based on. Privacy, reliability, security, safety at the very heart of it, because we have to do that. For the opportunity it presents, we have to be responsible about how we develop it. In addition to all of the work we're doing to building in security across AI and using AI for enhancing security, we are also taking a step further and providing tools so that you can have comprehensive AI protection. These tools are used for securing and governing the use of AI. You saw it in some of the demos earlier on how we are doing that. There are these 3 aspects that we look at. First, we need to make sure that you, as leaders in your organization, know what AI is being used. You cannot manage what you don't know. And that has been a core focus for us. Secondly, it's all about the data. So you have to protect the data that AI is using and that it's creating. And then lastly, how do you govern the use of AI? We're expanding our product portfolio to do that. Defender for Cloud Apps now can help you understand what AI apps are being used in your organization. Could be Microsoft or others. And it then helps you understand, are these AI apps authorized? And if they're not authorized, are they risky? And if they're risky, you can block them. Secondly, Purview expands data governance and compliance to AI. All of those sensitivity labels, confidential information that you have, can now be sent to Copilot. So Copilot for M365 uses the same sensitivity labels, and if your data has those, Copilot gets those labels. You also can use compliance controls to make sure that you are preventing against any policy violations. We will continue to expand our capabilities to meet AI in this age of AI. As I come to a close today, it's been such an honor and privilege to be here with you all. It's exciting to see this energy. I was talking to my dear colleagues and friends who live in Spain, and they said this is magical. Madrid is magical. I can attest to that. But what is magical truly is the spirit of the people here, the adaptability, the flexibility, what we call at Microsoft the growth mindset. I see that in abundance all around. We have an exciting future, but the important thing about this is we get to make it an exciting future. You heard plenty of statistics today about 2013, about the state of the world, what it brings, and what we need to do collectively. Perhaps in our hands today is the most consequential technology of our lives. Whether it was the printing press or the steam engine or electricity which lit up our houses or the internet which made the globe a smaller place, the potential of AI is going to exceed that. We have a tool which thinks, which is an ally and a co-pilot. But to make AI reach its potential and for humans to reach our potential and exceed that, we all have to come together. It's going to require nurturing hands to take AI and make it help us so that we can elevate each other. And that is why we need a village. I'm proud to be your village, and I'm so inspired that you're mine. So let's secure the world together, because together we go further, and together is always better. Thank you so much for having me, and have a great event.